Can somebody tell me what the NBA is thinking about here? Well, welcome back to New York Sports WickerMedia. I'm Watt2K99. Thank you as always for taking the time to watch these videos. First of all, I want to thank everybody who came out to support me on my very first live video. We do it Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. Had a bunch of people come through. I appreciate everybody's support, and I hope you'll make it a part of your regular Wednesday night schedule. So I'm going to talk here a little bit of NBA. So there was an announcement that came out today that there is now going to be an in-season tournament in December during each NBA season from now on. Yeah, there is going to be a tournament within the season. All right, so there's going to be a Final Four. Basically, it was just announced it's going to take place in Las Vegas on December 7th and 9th. Now, this tournament, exactly, you might be wondering, well, what is the point of this? Who's in it? What does the winner get? We're going to break all that down for you right now. So, first you have a group stage, and all NBA teams will participate in this. So you got 30 teams in the NBA. There'll be 6 groups total. So you got 3 per conference, basically. And then they'll be chosen by a random draw based off each team's winning percentage from the previous season. So you got 6 groups. Now, each team will play 4 games in its group, 1 game against every other team. Okay? And then the 6 group winners, along with 2 wild cards, that would be the second place team with the best winning percentage in their division, who didn't finish first, will advance to the knockout round, which would basically be 8 teams, and that will be single elimination through the final. Now, a couple of other things about this before I give you my thoughts on it. Statistics actually count towards the regular season, except for the championship game of the event. So you could be playing, basically you'd be playing a maximum that you could play is 7 games. So the first 6 games would count towards your regular season stats, but not the last one. Really logical. Okay, and then in terms of the schedule, this is a big deal. There are now going to be 80 games announced for each team's regular season schedule for 23-24 as opposed to 82. Now, for the 8 teams that don't reach the knockout stage, that's 22 teams, they're going to have 2 more games added to their schedule afterwards. So those games are going to be announced. And then the 2 teams that do reach the championship game, they're just going to wind up playing 83 regular season games. Keep in mind, one of those regular season games will not have statistics count. Okay, so what is the purpose of this? Well, Adam Silver, the commissioner, who, I gotta be honest with you, I think of the 4 commissioners in the major sports, Adam Silver may be the most respectable one. But he's been pushing for this kind of in-season event, and he's basically, I think what he's trying to do, he's drawing on European soccer to get some excitement about the regular season. Obviously, there's a lot of fans who feel a little bit jilted because of load management. And, they pay a lot of money for tickets, but then the big stars might rest because they got to manage their load, before the playoffs happen. I'll tell you what, if Adam Silver wants to talk about European soccer, applying some of those principles, I got one for you. How about the worst team in the league? How about they get relegated to like Europe or to the Gatorade League? Can we do that? That would interest me. Relegate like last year, the Detroit Pistons, relegate them to Europe for a season. I mean, now that would be intriguing. So what is the grand prize? What is the winning team going to get? Well, they get a trophy, which we're going to see on Saturday. There'll be a grand unveiling of the trophy, along with $500,000 for each player on the winning team. That's it. $500,000. Like, I'm supposed to care, as an American citizen who has a full-time job, has 2 side hustles, trying to save what he can, I'm supposed to get invested into these multimillionaires getting an extra $500,000 in their wallet. Excuse me if I'm not exactly on the edge of my seat watching every game come December, okay? Now, here's what would interest me. How about a guaranteed playoff spot for the winning team? How about home court advantage? How about an extra lottery pick? Something like that. That would be interesting. But basically what you're doing is cutting out a week of the regular season for this in-game tournament that, let's be honest, nobody is going to give a damn about, just because this is apparently going to cite a little bit of interest. How much do the owners hate this, right? Well, I know, so technically it's going to count as a regular season game, but it doesn't count towards the standings. It can't be a regular season game if it doesn't count towards the standings. Is there a disconnect here, ladies and gentlemen? What was the NBA thinking about? What were they thinking about? What if somebody gets hurt? What if somebody gets hurt? Hey, I thought the World Baseball Classic was an absolute joke, and you know how angry I got when Edwin Diaz went down for the season celebrating a victory. And it basically has, I don't want to say killed the Mets season, but it's basically put it on life support. Okay, that's just reality. Who's going to be the Edwin Diaz of the NBA mid-season tournament? Is it going to be Jalen Brunson? You know, will it be Luka? Oh, never mind. You know what? Do you really think that the superstars are going to play? If I'm an NBA player, let's think about this. Why am I giving my best in a tournament that means nothing towards the standings? Why do I care? Why do I care? Hey, can you imagine? Now, I'm a Knicks fan. Can you imagine if the Knicks win this tournament? Hey, is Jim Dolan, are they going to raise a banner, to the rafters of the Mecca? The Knicks' first tournament championship since 1973. Can't you see it right there? You got 1970, 1973, and the 2023 mid-season tournament championship. That is even worse than a baseball team putting up a banner for a wild card appearance. It is absolutely ridiculous. I can see the parade now. Can't you see that coming? I can see Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart and Mitchell Robinson, slowly being paraded down the Canyon of Heroes in the up from Lower Manhattan, from Battery Park up to City Hall. There's the confetti celebrating the mid-season tournament championship. Oh, we got a banner! Oh my goodness! You have got to be kidding me with this. This thing, it makes no sense. Is there a single basketball fan? Seriously, if this is going to get your interest over another regular season game, please explain to me why, when these games mean nothing for the standings. I'd love to, please, I invite you, please, no judgment, please put your comments there explaining why this would be exciting, why from the hardcore basketball fan to the casual sports fan, why should any of us give a damn about this meaningless, useless, single game tournament? I don't get it. I don't understand the point of it. I don't care about these players getting $500,000. If the NBA was going to do a tournament, then, like I said, there should have been some stakes involved that would interest fans, whether it has something to do with home court, whether it's a draft pick, something like that. But as far as a mid-season tournament in Las Vegas, where all that's ever going to happen is the winning team gets another trophy and $500,000 in each player's pocket, I have no interest whatsoever. I'll be tuned into the NHL. Well, those are my thoughts. I want to see your thoughts. Put them down there in the comments. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you right back here with more content from you know where. The Wicker Chair.